Satsu.
Bonsoir.
Konbawa. Nihonjin desho?
Oui,
Doko no toshi?
Tokyo.
Ah, vous êtes japonaise et vous arrivez de Tokyo. Mais vous avez chanté en France et vous chantez les poètes français.
Oui,
Vous avez choisi Cocteau, Paul Fort.
Prévert, Brecht, Gaston Bonheur.
Et vous allez chanter en français au Japon
Oui.
les poètes français.
Oui.
C'est cela.
Oui, ici aussi j'ai chanté.
Ici aussi vous avez chanté?
Oui, oui, en français.
Vous avez fait un récital, je crois.
Oui,
Vous voulez
pendant
nous
3
chanter-
semaines.
Oui, vous voulez nous chanter un tout petit bout de Prévert, par exemple.
Ah oui. C'est une chanson qui nous ressemble. Toi tu m'aimais et je t'aimais et nous vivions tous deux ensemble. Toi qui m'aimais, moi qui t'aimais.
Merci, Megumi Satsu. Eh bien, je vais vous rendre la politesse, adorable Megumi Satsu, et je vais vous chanter un petit refrain japonais que vous connaissez certainement, c'est Sukiyaki.
Vrai, vous chantez?
Oui, en japonais, vous voulez?
Oui, oui, je veux bien.
Ue obu ite aruko o o o namida ga kobore nai yo wo ni omoidasu haru no ii hitori bochi yoru.
Vous chantez très bien, c'est parfait, vous prononcez très bien.
To my girls, gays, and days, how we doing? Doing good? I feel good. Went to bed early, like 11 p.m. Woke up at like 6. It's a gorgeous fall day. I'm really riding these fall days, y'all, because I really don't like Korean winters are too cold. I mean, I like the cold. I do. But when it's to the point of like coke-lined cuticles, too much. Anyway, quick update. I got like a ton of book updates. I don't have a lot of time, and I have this little haul. Should we try and do it all in one go? I have like 20 minutes. Can we do it in 20 minutes? First off though, matchy. Isn't that adorable? Hua Hsu. Hua Hsu, do you approve of my walla? Hua Hsu. My walla. Adorable. Yesterday I was in Seoul for 2 pop-ups. One, I went to the new Olive Young in Seoul, which is insane. It's like 5 floors and it's amazing. I think by far my favorite Olive Young. I mean, I have one literally right across the street from me, but this one is just amazing because all the perfume samples are out, all stocked. It's a gorgeous space. There's like a dedicated men's section. It's insane. They also sell stationery by Point of View. Point of View also has a flagship store in Seoul, so it's just nice that you can get like stationery and like skincare and just like do all your skincare needs before you like go out or meet a friend or anyone or anything. Does anybody else do that? Like stop by your Sephora before you go out, have the whole face done before you go out? What was it? My friends used to do that when we worked near the Starfield Mall in San Francisco, downtown. You do your whole face, Sephora, then and there, and then go out to the club. That's how we do it. Because I'm a budget queen, y'all. Not really, though, because I dropped some bones. We did some damage. Don't worry. The bag is not filled to the brim. But I just love this bag. It's so great. Sometimes you just need, like, the laundry bag, the throw-all bag, and I love this. I believe it's Tyvek, so it's alright. I fuck with Tyvek. Why not? Let's take a peek. First off, I got this natural cover lotion by the brand Objet. I use their foundation stick, which I love. I think it will be, like, literally top 10 favorite things I've used this year. But this one is interesting because it's literally just lotion and sunscreen. It's SPF 50. Yeah, I'm wearing it right now. You probably can't tell though because the quality of this camera, which is fine. It's okay. I think it's definitely great for those days where you don't really want to put on makeup or anything too heavy, or you just don't have time in the morning. It literally took like a minute, 30 seconds to apply this on, and I was done. And it was amazing. It looks like this, and then you twist the bottom, and then it's a little pump thing, and then you pump it out. I just love that. It's so cute and sleek. Y'all, I'm a slut for packaging, alright? So this was great. It also came with this mini one that I think would be just great to slip into your bag and do like touch-ups later in the day, so I'm gonna bring this out with me. So that was nice. I also got another foundation stick. This brand's called Swagger. And I literally just bought this because of the packaging. It's silver. It's all silver. I'm not gonna take it out yet because I am going to try and finish all the skincare that I already have before I use this. I don't know. I think I'll test it out and see. I think it's a brush issue. I need to look it up on Reddit or whatever. Or chat, let me know, foundation users out there. I'm getting to that point where when I apply it on, it'll get like blotchy. I'll have to like try and fix it with like hand cream or face cream of some sort, or some kind of cream to just sort of like dilute it, mix it, I don't know, emulsify, I don't know. But yeah, it'll get like splotchy. Anyway, I don't know. Do I need to wash my brushes? Because I found that that does help. But yeah, let me know. Let me know. I got makgeolli, which is a rice wine. Like an alcoholic milk beverage. Nutmeg is the closest thing I can think of. Anyway, it's that consistency. Passion fruit flavored. And it was only like $6, so I was just like, oh, why not? What's the percentage on this, babes? 2.6. Okay, that's not bad. I just got it for the bottle. Yo, look at him. He's so happy. He wants to be drunk. Drank from. Drunk from? Drunk. Okay, and then if you spent like $40, you were able to get like a free thing. So I got this pouch. Unboxing. Let's do this. I love a pouch, y'all. I love a pouch. It's just simple canvas and would be nice to just travel with, I think. Love that. After that, there was the Jamie XX in Waves because he's playing in Seoul, which I'm going to. Anyway, there was a pop-up at Casino and they were giving out free stickers. And I think I might have to go back because I need to get one for my friend. Yeah, so that's happening. Love free shit, y'all. I can't wait to like put this in my journal. And I'll get there. I'll get there. Anyway, today I'm going back to Seoul because there's two pop-ups that I want to go to. There's the Tom and Jerry Christmas pop-up. I love Hanna-Barbera, okay? I love my cartoons with a full brass orchestra, slapstick comedy. I'm a simple gal. I really am. That's my shit. I love it. This like really cute pouch. Does Nathan need any more pouches? God, this video is like getting really awful. I'm swearing too much, and I'm speaking in the second person now, so that's really concerning. Or is it third person? Which person am I? Tom and Jerry pop up, and then y'all, there's a freaking Tamagotchi pop up. I have to, y'all. I have to. So I'm gonna do that. But then, yeah, I have to go back. I will definitely go back to Casino for the Jamie XX stickers. And then I think I'm going to a skate park. There's like a competition going on, so yeah, everything is sort of loosey-goosey. I was really gonna take this weekend to just like end of the year stuff, like literally look at my room and tidy things, actually see what my winter clothes are and reevaluate my skincare stuff, all of that. Also because I'm like panic thinking of gifts, so I'm terrified of the dough that'll be dropped. But anyway, let's not think about all of that and talk about some books, shall we? I did recently finish Stay True by Hua Hsu. The beginning is just so expository, but not for Hua Hsu himself. It's more about his family and his upbringing. And then Hua Hsu never really gives us any information about his interiority, which I found kind of grating because when we hit the major plot point and the emotional shift, it isn't until then that we do get the interiority of Hua Hsu's self. But anyway, it's about Taiwanese upbringing in the Bay Area, listening to bands like Nirvana and The Doors and alt-rock post-punk music that pushed him to make zines to pull creativity out of his young self and out into the world. And it's all fine, but it also feels a bit grating because it feels like it's written by a professor. And yes, Hua Hsu is a professor, but there are just moments where he gets to elderly in his voice. You get that like weird thing sometimes where you're writing about a young person, but they have all this wisdom that comes later in life, and it's intermixed in a really strange way. Like, there just didn't seem to be an emotional distance in terms of like what Hua Hsu wanted to do with his self. And though I think in the acknowledgements it said it took him like a few decades to write this, I don't know, it's that point where you want to make sure you're being honest about your adult self and all those raw feelings and write into them. But because there's so much distance in time, Hua Hsu himself, his older self, implies all that wisdom onto his younger self. And it just doesn't mix very well. So in the beginning, you don't get to know Hua Hsu and his interiority then. It almost feels foreign to him. But poignant, I think, when we get to the last few pages. But then again, it centers less about himself and more about everything that happened around him. And I think that's for archival sake. And I think that's what Hua Hsu's work is. It's archiving music, mood for his time as a teen and how it stands the test of time now. I really loved the notes that he took from other texts about friendship. Derrida. The intimacy of friendship, he wrote, lies in the sensation of recognizing oneself in the eyes of another. We continue to know our friend, even after they are no longer present, to look back at us. From that very first encounter, we are always preparing for the eventuality that we might outlive them, or they us. We are already imagining how we may someday remember them. To love friendship, one must love the future. I think what it is that friends do bring hope. Friends make the days feel shorter. Friends bring that fleeting moment of happiness, and it's them that they provide so much wishful thinking, so much present tense living that makes the future bearable, something to look forward to. Again, with like most of waiting, you wonder, is anything ever worth it? When I get to that point, when I get to the other side of the day, into the future. Some of these notes on friendship were really beautiful. And then it also becomes this look at like time and history and how we should be living and how we provide for each other, but also how we provide for future generations, the stories that we tell and how we tell them. So Hua Hsu's interest in archiving is admirable in how we approach our own histories and how we tell the stories we live to tell for others. Only the future can provide the key to the interpretation of the past, and it is only in this sense that we can speak of an ultimate objectivity in history. It is at once this justification and the explanation of history that the past throws light on the future, and the future throws light on the past. In the end, it comes with this really conclusive memory Hua Hsu has of his friend, and I shouldn't spoil it, but I think it's on the back though, so anyway, he has this really beautiful note about his friend. When you're young, you do so many things hoping to be noticed. And in the end, he sees his friend do this thing. I simply felt lucky to witness something so effortlessly kind, to see my friend do something that was good. I think there were moments where I have seen my friends do just these, like, not out-of-pocket things, but things that surprised me, and things that were so kind, that touched me. I don't know how else to put it. But to see that, and to witness that, out in the open and out in the world, just stirred something inside me, and perhaps provide the hope that Hua Hsu is talking about. Like, I was walking in New York, and I forget who I was with, and apologies to this friend, but they were eating a bagel, and we were just sort of walking and talking and eating, and he passed by this homeless person without a thought, without a glance over, without any exchange of words. He tore off half of his bagel and gave it to this homeless person. And we kept on talking. I don't even know what we were talking about. We were talking about like some book or film or something, and then we didn't even mention it in passing. Nothing. We didn't talk about it. But it happened, and I saw it happen. It was revelatory. I think like every time I pass by a homeless person, I always think of that moment, and I don't think we ever talked about it either. Never have I, in the FaceTime calls that we did have, was like, hey, do you remember that time where... It never occurred to me. Never occurred to me. You know, those funny, silly little things that we remember. Anyway, poignant. Overall, though, just, I think it was fine. But really did this for Non-Fiction November. So, Glad I stuck this in for November. I also, just the other day, finished Political Fictions by Joan Didion. Oh, God. The thing is, I don't really want to get too much into this, but I feel like I have to. But she's looking at Reagan, she's looking at Clinton, she's looking at the campaigns, how they speak to a sort of death of the middle class in America. And these things we already knew. But these were the things that she was writing back in 92. Late 80s to the 90s. She also tracks Bush in the early 2000s. You really do see where America has sort of fallen off and how it became really divisive. Most of this is dry, but it was really interesting to see how Reagan, as sort of a movie star, campaigned himself. And you can kind of see how Reagan campaigned himself and how Trump campaigns himself, because both of them exist sort of in that, like, stardom, TV presence stardom. What makes Trump influential, in a way. You know, not the greatest guy, but you have to admit that a lot of people like him, a lot of people love him, because of the appeal that he has. It's interesting to see how America, no matter how much policies are incredibly important, in the end, nobody cares about policies unless it actually takes stake on your livelihood. People want character. People want presence, appearance. All of it matters. What I think is so interesting in Korea is that 90% of politics in Korea, and that's just politics of government, politics of people, politics of culture, is that optics is everything. Optics remains to be everything. Koreans love taking a picture. Koreans love showing you that they did this thing, they bought that thing, they love to present. And that's why packaging for everything is just so immaculate all the time, because presentation is everything. It's really incredible how Didion is able to have acute awareness of all of these campaign trails. Dukakis, even Clinton as well. I think Clinton really shifted public morality and how we see character even more so. I don't think it was really a major factor, but it was with Clinton and his major scandal and affair that made the public realize how much of a person you want to pay for, you want to vote for, if that's who you really want. Because, again, policies aside, we only care about the person. She also takes great attention and care at looking at how far Republicans have swayed, what a liberal is, how far they have swayed. Really interesting to read this now after the recent presidential election. But on the topic of policies, she makes a note here. With Robert Dole and Newt Gingrich about de-ideologizing. Oh God, de-ideologize. De-ideologize. It's just so weird when you like read things in your head and you don't read them aloud. And you're like, what? How do I say that? De-ideologize. The Republican Party had echoed, somewhat less forthrightly, Reed's complaint about the stress on economic issues. Both Dole and Gingrich agree on, they do not answer questions about the spiritual health of the nation. They do not address the ominous sense we all have that Americans are, with every intake of breath, unconsciously inhaling a philosophy that stresses individual pleasure over individual responsibility, that our capacity to be our best selves is weakening. Really, the question has always been, and should be, what are you in favor for? When you ask someone, who are you in favor for? What do they say first? The wrongs of a person or their policies? The policies that they want to enact. Well, that's just the thing about campaigning, too. It's just like, it's all words. They say all these words, but like it takes time. It takes process to implement the policies that they claim to have. And you really can't do it in 4 years. It takes time. It really takes time. Too much work, too much paperwork, and too many votes. Reagan was really popular because though he didn't have historical learning or encyclopedic knowledge, D'Souza says, the two characteristics of the liberally educated person, self-conscious and open-mindedness. Did dogmatism not tend to undermine the value of his opinions? Not exactly. Reagan saw the world through the clear lens of right and wrong, and so possessed a knowledge that came not from books, but from within himself. Interiority that always sells, right? Vulnerability that always sells. But how do you do it right? How do you do it like Reagan? How do you present it well? How do you present it to the people, for the people to love you? Guess what, y'all? I finished. I'm a Didion completionist. I did it. I did it. I'm missing maybe 1 or 2 essays and like off-kilter essay collections. I think it's Sentimental Journeys. But yeah, I did it. And today, I'm bringing out Hardboiled and Hard Luck by Banana Yoshimoto. I think I will finish this today. Small book, big font, few pages. We can do it, y'all. We can do it. Shout out, though, Balboa Park, San Diego. Where my San Diego head's at. I don't know, I just left that together. Does that fit? Does that work? Okay, and I think I've talked on for too long. Oh my god. Okay, one last thing, y'all. I finished my journal of 2 years. Where is it? I finished this. It took 2 years, but I did it. And now I'm on to my new journal. I've already decorated it. It's fun. I don't think I'll do anything to the covers. Just as a note, get perfume samples and just like slip them in between the pages. It just, my notebook. This smells so good. Also, I already fucked it up because I miswrote the dates. This is one of those journals where you like self-write you manually write the dates in. And yeah, I already fucked it up because I'm an idiot and I didn't know how many days were in February. So yeah, all my dates are off. But I fixed it. It looks ugly, but we're gonna work with it because it's only until I think May that I have this. Hope to just be more disciplined in like writing and jotting things down with this, even if it's like something like a quote or something short. So I've talked on for 40 minutes, y'all. That is insane to me, and I need to charge this camera up, rev it up before I go, which is now, so that's insane. So anyway, stay tuned.
Le titre, c'est Embrasse-moi.
Et comment on dit embrassement en japonais?
Attention d'aiter.
Nous vous écoutons, adorable Megumi Satsu.
C'était dans un quartier de la ville lumière, où il fait toujours noir, où il n'y a jamais d'air. Et l'hiver comme l'été, là, c'est toujours l'hiver. Elle était dans l'escalier, lui à côté d'elle, elle à côté de lui. C'était la nuit, et elle lui disait: ici, il fait noir, il n'y a pas d'air. Et l'hiver comme l'été, c'est toujours l'hiver. Le soleil du bon Dieu ne brille pas de notre côté. Il a bien trop à faire dans les riches quartiers. Serre-moi dans tes bras, embrasse-moi, embrasse-moi longtemps, embrasse-moi. Plus tard, il sera trop tard. Notre vie, c'est maintenant. Ici, on crève de tout, de chaud, de froid.
So sad, y'all. The one Tom and Jerry thing that I wanted, it was like as a sandwich, and they sold out. So anyway, going to the Tamagotchi pop-up now. Should be good. Let's go. Y'all, it's literally gonna be 3 hours to wait for the Tamagotchi pop-up, so I'm skipping it because I have to meet my friend at the skate park, so we're gonna do that. Embarrassing. 3 hours.
On a tout, on n'a pas d'air. Si tu cessais de m'embrasser, il me semble que je mourrais étouffée. T'as 15 ans, j'ai 15 ans, à nous deux ça fait 30. À 30 ans, on n'est plus des enfants. On a bien l'âge de travailler. On a bien celui de s'embrasser. Plus tard, il sera trop tard. Notre vie, c'est maintenant. Embrasse-moi.
Ready?
Look at me. No, I hit my tempo. Now listen, hit the chord. Look at me. No, but see, my tempo was set. Now hit the chord. All of you ready? Look at me. That's the end of the 4. I'm as helpless as a kitten up a tree. 3, 4, 1, 2, and I'm sailing on a cloud, whatever the words are. I can't understand, that was the end. I grow misty just holding your hand.
Sup, y'all? I don't know what happened yesterday, but I just felt so off. And you know that thing where it's like nothing's coming together and plans fall through and it's not anybody's fault, but just the way the world happens to work. And then something like stirred in me and I was just like, I should not be outside. I think I need to go home. And so I did, and I honestly don't even remember what I did last night, but I think it was a bunch of rotting. I did go to bed early, and I feel okay now. Oh, Tom and Jerry pop-up. I did get one thing. Look at this. I thought it was like a substantial pouch, but it's actually an AirPod case holder, and it's only meant to fit just your AirPods, so I'm just like, well, but he's so cute. Like, he's so silly. Anyway, in instances like this, I need to write. I like need to sit down and write. So today I've brought 2 different drafts I'm working on. So maybe this will be like a mini writing vlog incorporated into this weekly vlog. Who knows? But I did manage to finish 2 books yesterday, which is crazy. Not a lot though, because they're really tiny books, but I did finish Hardboiled and Hard Luck by Yoshimoto. Honestly, they're 2 stories that explore the same themes, but it's the grief of one of your siblings, and this one matters most because it's about 2 sisters, and one is grieving over the loss of her other sister. This will all tie in eventually, but there's this loneliness, guilt, wanting to hope for so much. Sometimes in death, or after a major loss, you really do wonder, is anything ever hopeful? It's also because it's been a year since my friend passed away, and I was at the skate park, and if anybody remembers that All About Love Bell Hooks vlog, I was at this like skate event, so I don't know, I think everything came full 360. I did not, I don't know, it was weird that I was just thinking about, I was going to that skate park, and then everything just seemed to like go back in time to that day where I was feeling so off. I was just like, why did I force myself to even go to that? I think that's why I needed to go home. Anyway, there's this like weird space that you enter, like nothing feels real, a bit of a simulation, because you realize that though death occurs, the rest of life moves on. It's not that life doesn't care, it's just, it's its duty to persist. until, you know, climate change changes everything. But does that make sense to anybody? Everything must go on. The show must go on. Life waits for nobody. Either you choose to wallow in the depths of depression, or you really just push, force, and move on. That's not to dismiss the feelings that you are feeling, but it's also, there's so much to do, so much to see, that one must go on. It's exhausting. It's exhausting. So again, I don't ever understand how anyone is not tired. Like, everyone must be tired. Now. Like, living now. Sleep's important, but, like, I think I'll always be perpetually tired. I didn't realize that these were two short stories. One is Hardboiled and the other is Hard Luck, though they could be the same novella in essence. I think if Yoshimoto really wanted to, she could have reworked both stories to create one story. So that's perhaps why they're in the same collection. But really quiet, really beautiful, really slow. Yeah, I think perfect to match my mood now. I hadn't realized that this was actually a perfectly fall book. It takes place in November. I'm going to read this last bit here. It's on the last page of Hard Luck. This autumn will never come back. It was one of a kind, and it's setting out on its distant travels tonight, weaving away through the barren winter trees, and then, ever so quietly, a cruel, unknown winter will set in. That's not very hopeful, but God, what a beautiful transition into winter, I guess. Starting next week, temperatures will drop, and it'll be about 3 degrees Celsius. I think it's snowing this Wednesday. At Kyobo, at the Gangnam branch, I finished Convalescence by Han Kang. This is actually a short story, and it's in the bilingual edition, so one side is Korean, the other side's English. It's about this woman who has this burn, and she only gets it treated, or like, only cares too much to take care of it, is when it hurts a lot, so she goes to the doctor to have it fixed. So she goes to the doctor to have it figured out. But with that, she's also thinking about the death of her sister. Do we sense a thematic reading here? Books speaking to each other. And how strange for these books to be in conversation with each other. But I need to read more about Han Kang, because I'm sensing something linear within her work. Because also yesterday I finished... Okay, wait, I'm talking about too many books at the same time here. Convalescence was okay. I think it really is more of field work, a playing field of the themes that Han Kang later explores in her novels. Anyway, I started We Do Not Part by her, which is being released in January of next year, also about her sister, and also about a woman thinking about her sister and her relationship with her sister. And I see this a lot in her work. I think it's also in White, as well as, I'm not sure if it's in Greek Lessons, but I feel like there is this almost intense intimacy between her characters who go through such hardships. They don't know how to exist or live because they are combated with such unknowingness. I mean, like, the future, as much as we want to hope towards it, there's still so much unknown. And sometimes that unknown is scary. And I think always, her characters are always fearful of the unknown. And so they situate themselves in the present tense in a way that doesn't feel real. It always feels detached. And I think what her work is always trying to do is have her characters land in the present tense. Have her characters be in the now and try to figure out how to be in the now, no matter how uncomfortable it is. None of her characters are ever comfortable. They exist in this discomfort. Why she has won the Nobel Prize of Literature is because I think that's now. I think that's the state of humanity now, with still the war in Ukraine, still dead bodies piling up on each other in Gaza. No matter how many bodies we count towards death, we never learn our lesson. History will always continue to repeat itself. And it's crazy to me, sometimes, like, it's crazy to me that war is still a concept that exists. War is still something that people need to do in order to sort out policies, to sort out money, to sort out power. Like, you have to kill somebody in order to make some sort of statement. And that's crazy to me. Because I'm feeling, I think, a bit too much, I'm realizing that the writing needs to get done. I brought 2 of my drafts, and I'm going to pick up The Case of the Missing Men. I might as well just bring it out. The Case of the Missing Men, Hoptown Mystery Story. This is the first in the book by Kris, Bertin, and Alexander Forbes. I realize it stops at 2. Like, there isn't a third, and they recently reprinted these this year. And I'm so sad, because I want to stay consistent. Like, I have this edition. Why change? Why? Publication dates weren't that far away from each other, so... But, like, new version and old version, so it's just so strange. Anyway, I'm gonna bring this, because I think I need images, not words at the moment. Today, I'm gonna go check to see... I'm finally gonna go to the Owl of Young in Myeongdong, where if you create a global membership, then you get this pouch, and I want that pouch, so I'm gonna see if I can get that free pouch. But I realized that vending machine has been around since, I think, July, so I'm not sure if it's still around. I'm gonna check. Anyway, let's go.
Start our tempo. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 more. You're gonna have 8. There's one phrase I hate, and that's what the drummer is doing. That phrase thing on the 4th beat, I detest it.
Back home, hey fam, I didn't manage to get any writing done at the cafe, because that latte made me want to take a poo-poo. So I rushed home. Thank goodness I wasn't that far from home. Anyway, while we're here, got my Olive Young pouch. I did not want it in this color, but can't complain. It was free. If it's free, it's for me. And it's a substantial pouch. I'm happy with the size of this pouch. It's a good pouch. And we got goodies inside. Look at this. Spring green. And we got toner, serum, and cream in this, like, travel packet size. These are a lifesaver. They, like, are compact and, I know, wasteful. As wasteful as it is. I'm gonna be dead. And the earth will die with me. So sorry, future generations, but I don't think future generations will exist. And this one is a collagen remodeling serum. Cute, okay. Yeah, nice, toner pads from the same brand. Super stoked to use this pouch. Look at that, super cute. That's out of the way. I'm gonna put on some Thelonious Monk and get to editing. Okay, actually, it's not the writing that I need to do, but sort of the editing, rewriting process. If anyone wanted a sneak peek, the name of the novel is... Okay, I realized I already went through those edits. Damn, it's been a long time since I looked at that draft. Anyway, I also have another thing I'm working on, so I think I'll get to this. I haven't touched this in like May, I think. I have not touched this at all. I think because I was like so in it, and I was trying to get out of something emotionally. Yeah, I was just so trapped in it and I couldn't get out of it. I think I just needed something else to work on. And hence came the vlogs. And the vlogs really helped sort out a lot of like emotional baggage that I was dealing with. And I think I've been okay now. I think the vlogs have become a happy medium in sort of processing also a lot of feelings through image and text-based work. I'm happy with where I am at emotionally with all of that. But now it's time to return to the work. I told myself that for this novella, I was only going to finish it and write it in these Comme des Garçons notebooks, and I didn't want to type them up. Usually, when I write, I type, but here, for this one, I just wanted something organic and physical. It's so sad now because I've water damaged this. It's a mess. It really is. But yeah, it's time to get to it, so I'm just gonna quickly read through what I've written.